Hello students, today we are dealing with class 9th biology and the chapter is the fundamental unit of life, part 3rd. So today we will deal with some cell organelles. In the last class also we discussed about two cell organelles, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi bodies. So the first is lysosomes. Lysosomes are membrane bound sacs. So sac, it is also called a vesicle, sac-like or bag-like structure, and it is filled with enzymes which are digestive in nature. So these enzymes will break down complex material into simple forms. The enzymes are made by rough endoplasmic reticulum. So these enzymes are produced by rough endoplasmic reticulum which have ribosomes. The digestive enzymes are powerful and they can break all the organic material. So these enzymes can break almost all carbon compounds present in cell like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, amino acids. Lysosomes are waste disposal system of cell. So they help in removal of waste materials from cell. They keep the cell clean by digesting foreign material. So if some material from outside enters the cell like bacteria, they will digest and break down them and protect the cell. They also remove worn out cell organelles. So the cell organelles which are worn out or which are not functional, which have become old or damaged, lysosomes remove them. When a cell gets damaged, lysosomes burst and digest own cell. So whenever a cell is damaged due to some condition or some infection or old age, the lysosomes burst and they digest the cell. That's why they are called suicide bags of the cell. Here we can see in the left side lysosome structure, single wall membrane. Then inside we can see enzyme complexes. In the right side we can see how the lysosome is formed and how it acts. So first plasma membrane. Now the plasma membrane, it is connected to rough endoplasmic reticulum. Then a transport vesicle or bag is formed which has enzymes. Then it reaches Golgi apparatus and the Golgi apparatus packs it. So in the last class also we studied that Golgi body helps in formation of lysosomes. Now lysosomes, they may digest food vacuoles which are entering, the food particles which are entering. Lysosomes combine with food vacuole and help in digestion. Or lysosomes may also perform autophagy. Auto means self. So they may also digest other cell organelles. Mitochondria. This is the next organelle. They are round shape or oval. So they may be of different shapes. It is covered by double membrane. The outer layer is porous, which allows materials to enter and exchange of material. The inner is deeply folded. The inner membrane is folded and it forms finger-like structure called cristae. The cristae increase the surface area because it contains many enzymes and chemicals, and here only the reactions will be formed so that ATP is produced. ATP is an energy storing compound. The full form is adenosine triphosphate. Mitochondria have their own DNA and ribosomes, so they can make some of their own proteins, because we know that ribosomes are the protein factory. They can form proteins. Even a mitochondria which has become old, it can form daughter mitochondria. That's why they are called self-replicating organelles. So mitochondria is also called powerhouse of cell because they produce energy rich compound called ATP. Now the energy needed for various chemical activities is released in the form of ATP. So ATP breaks and releases energy whenever a cell needs it. That's why ATP is also called energy currency of a cell. Here we can see mitochondria. So outer membrane, then inner membrane has folds which are called cristae, then ribosomes, some granules are there, intermembrane space. Between the outer and inner membrane is intermembrane space. Then there is matrix or the fluid part, ATP synthase particles. So this is enzyme which produces ATP. Then DNA is also seen. Mainly mitochondria is identified by cristae. Then there are plastids. So they are found only in plant cells. You might be knowing that plastids are found only in plant cells except Euglena. It is a protista which contains plastids because it can make its own food. So mostly plastids are found in plant cells. They are of two types: chromoplast, chromo means color, and leucoplast, leuco means colorless. So two types of plastids. First is chromoplast, which are colored. So they are of different colors like yellow, orange, red, green. Now the green forms or the green plastids which have chlorophyll, they are also called chloroplast, and they perform photosynthesis. We know that they are very important for a plant. It is also called kitchen of cell. So chloroplast is also called kitchen of cell because it prepares food for the plant. Chloroplast have many membrane-like structures called grana and fluid material called stroma. So mainly two parts are there. Now the grana is that part which contain chlorophyll. Leucoplast are colorless because they do not have any pigment, but they store only food material. Example is amyloplast, which store starch, aleuroplast, which store protein, and elaioplast, which store fats. The plastids also have their own DNA and ribosomes, as we saw for mitochondria. So they are also self-replicating. They can also make their own daughters or copies. Here we can see a chloroplast, outer membrane, then inner membrane, then we can see stroma. So stroma is aqueous fluid. It is the fluid filled space inside the organelle. Then lumen, lumen is the cavity. Lamella, which connects two bunches of plate-like structures. One single plate is called thylakoid, and the bunch or the stack is called granum. So granum is a collection of plate-like structures. It has chlorophyll, and thylakoid is a single unit or plate-like structure. Next, vacuoles. They are storage sacs. So they are bag-like structures which can hold solid or liquid contents. They are bounded by a membrane. So they are covered by a single membrane which is called tonoplast. They are small in animals and large in plants. In animals, they may even be absent. In some plant cells, they occupy 50 to 90% of cell volume. So in some plant cells, they occupy large volume. The plant vacuole have cell sap. So they are filled with a liquid called cell sap, and they give turgidity. Turgidity means they can hold water and give a definite shape. So the cell remains swollen because of water holding, and rigidity to cell. Rigidity means a fixed shape. They have amino acids, sugar, some organic acids and proteins. So they can store materials, reserve material in unicellular forms like amoeba. In amoeba, we know that there is a food vacuole formed which contain food. So it helps in ingestion or taking in of food, while in some other organisms, it also helps to remove excess water and waste from cell. So in amoeba and paramecium, you might be knowing that vacuole also helps to remove the waste material. It is called a contractile vacuole. In this figure, we can see a vacuole. central vacuole or space, then cell sap or the liquid is filled which contain minerals, and in the upper part we can see the labeling tonoplast. So tonoplast is the surrounding membrane which surrounds the vacuole. So vacuole can store reserve material as well as they can remove waste material.